Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Rob, and let me holler at you real quick. We finna get right into it. The reason why they want to continue to write you off, they continue smearing dirt in your name, is because you don't listen. You're not submitting to the status quo. You're not going with the flow. You're not going with what everybody's saying. The reason why there's such a problem with you is because you doing it your own way. You stand tall. When you get knocked down, you get back up. People have a problem with adversity. Now you're probably thinking, what do you mean? What I'm saying is that people only want you to be strong or stand tall when it benefits their gain. So when you show adversity and you stand tall to the disrespect that they're dishing out towards you, now they have a problem. People only love the underdog, or that people only love adversity or strength, or people who go from within and they stand tall when it benefits them. Once it go against what they got going on, their agenda and the things that they're doing, now your strength is a bad thing. You probably wonder why people, you go left, they have a problem. Then you go right, they have a problem. The reason why they take such issue with that is because you're not doing it the way that they want you to do it. So when you're not living the way that they want you to live, all of a sudden, everything you've done has been wrong because they're not seeing a benefit from you anymore. But you weren't put here to be just a benefit or to serve somebody else. You're here to serve yourself. When you're serving somebody else's goals, dreams, aspirations, you're doing a disservice to yourself. So the reason why they have a problem with your adversity and your strength is because one day, and that one day is today, when you realize that they've been manipulating you, that they've been planting seeds in your head and making you think that their ideas were your ideas, and now everything they say has been real. They only manipulate you to get something out of it. Once you realize that, they don't have control of you anymore. You're not attached to them anymore. All of their words meant nothing. They only say they loved you when they were benefiting from what you were doing. So remember, live life to the fullest. Show your strength. Don't dim your light or dumb yourself down for anybody. If you can't truly be strong, if your strength intimidates somebody, if you have to lower yourself to make somebody else feel good, you're doing a disservice to yourself. Understand that if your strength intimidates someone, if your confidence, if your self-love, if your positive view of your self-image intimidates somebody, that is an issue with them. Remember, it's so much easier than what you are making it out to be. You're making it so much harder than what it really is, because it's that easy to say that I don't want this. You don't want it, You wouldn't go to the store if you don't like Pepsi, you like Coke. You're not gonna buy it. You're not gonna drink it. And what I mean by that is that simple with activities, people you hang around with, the stuff that you engage in, the stuff that you view and look at. If you don't like it, you wouldn't engage in it. So why are you forcing yourself to engage in somebody else's views and ideals if that's not something you believe in? If someone is making you uncomfortable, they can't take no for an answer, that's disrespectful. That's mad disrespectful. And you shouldn't have to withstand or tolerate anything. Though, look at the word tolerate. What does that mean? If you're forced to tolerate something, if you're tolerating something, that means you don't like it from the jump, but you're forcing it because you see that you might get some out of it. But I feel that you shouldn't have to tolerate anything. Especially when you made it known that that's not something that you agree with and that's something that you stand for. So remember that your strength, you standing tall, the way that you look at yourself and view yourself in a positive light and self-image, that triggers people because they don't view themselves in a positive view. They don't view themselves in a positive light. So they got to dim yours, all to make themselves feel great. And you see how sad and depressing that is, that just you seeing somebody else have a positive view of themselves, it triggers them. They see how sad that is, that fact that you have to lower yourself just to make somebody else happy. Imagine the way they're living. It doesn't seem like a life that you want to live. Because once they put you in and they got you, you'll start adapting to their views and ideals. And then you'll start to become the very same thing that you swore you would never do. Remember, look at it like this. Everybody, when they were growing up, swore off something. No matter what it was, they swore off something. And a lot of those people that said they swear they wouldn't do these certain things wound up doing those things because they weren't strong enough to withstand it. If you practice improving every day, if you understand that every day counts, every second counts, if you train yourself to withstand these things, see, people say it, but it's another thing to actually be active. Get active, stay active. If you're active every day and you don't let your guard down, you won't fall into these traps by the enemy. Remember that. But hey, it's Ra. Like, comment, subscribe if you like. And remember, you got this, homie. It's already yours.